Hey, this is a quick follow-up to that last video that I made. I was just talking about synchronicities and coincidences. So I said I had to go to VW to get the hood strut, which I got. So a single hood strut for this damn thing, 65 bucks. And I guess buying parts for the Jeep kind of has me spoiled because the parts are dirt cheap. Like for 65 bucks, I could have gotten struts for the rear gate, the rear window, and the hood. So, anyways, um, the guy at the counter, he was looking at my information, and they always they can never find me, right? So I always have to give him my phone number, and so I gave him my phone number and I said it's under Matthew, and he's like, oh, Matt, and I was like, yeah, whatever, and he's like, well, you want me to change that? And I was like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And I was like, well, my name is spelled Mathew. It doesn't have two T's in it. And he was like, really? He's like, mine too. And I looked at his name tag, and his name tag didn't say Matthew anywhere on it. And I was like, your name isn't, and he's like, no, my middle name. And he's like, yeah, it's only one T. And he said they messed it up on his birth certificate. And I was like, no kidding. And he's like, yeah, he was like, I even named my son Matthew with one T. I was like, get the fuck out of here. So, like I just like I said, this kind of stuff happens all the time, and it's just interesting. And another thing about and this doesn't have anything to, is it's just like my name. This doesn't have anything to do with synchronicities or anything. Um, so I don't know. For some reason, like I never really like when people call me Matt. It's I don't know, whatever. It's just I guess I've never really, not that I don't like it, or maybe I do. I don't know. It's just like not fond of it. But like Matthew, I actually, that like jives with me. I like the name Matthew. Like I'm not saying it is, but like it's kind of like a like biblical, Matthew in the Bible and whatever. And then like when you shorten uh, Matthew, like how it's usually spelled, it's Matt, but when you shorten it the way that my name's spelled, it's Mat, like a doormat. And I've had people call me that doormat. When people write my name Mat, it's like basically like a doormat. Um, my older kids, they call me stuff like uh, Wrathu, Fathu, uh, So it's just I don't know. I kind of like the name Matthew, and I heard this dude talking about it a while ago. He was like, um, he was saying that whether you believe this stuff or not, he was saying that like when you pick your name, when you're born, you pick your name, not your parents. They just somehow get the message. And he was like, so always go by your full name. And I feel that, and especially if you look at someone whose name is like Richard, and someone's like, "What's up, Dick?" They're not being cool, and they're saying that just to be jerks. But that would be like a perfect example of a name where it's like you'd much rather go by Rick, or Richard, and Richard even sounds it's a good name, So anyways, that's it. But I just when I was talking about synchronicities and also you can lump that in with coincidences. I just thought that was kind of a funny one. So, anyways, I'm gonna go put this stupid hood strut on. Probably show a video because I'm sure there's plenty of old ladies and stuff like that don't know how to swap out hood struts. Maybe they'll come across my video. Who knows? But yeah. So that was it. Just another funny one. Take it easy.